one of the most exciting sessions for me, even though I happen to have been part of it, was the Fellows session. I was struck by how wide-ranging the Fellows presentations were and how they really constituted a very useful barometer of the range of research that goes on in our field. The 4 Fellows who happened to present this year offered research paradigms that were very, very different from each other, and it was really heartening to see how much research, how wide our communication research spans as a discipline. I think it's very useful because not only does it make a really creative, innovative, and provocative use of space that often tends to be rather lifeless in a conference venue, but it got people thinking in new ways about communicative venues, and as a visual scholar, I think that it was very important for me to be able to see that as well.
I think it was a great conference. I think people had a really good time. They enjoyed being here in Singapore and Southeast Asia. The panels, as usual, were stimulating and thought-provoking, and there was enough fun activities to kind of counterbalance some of the heavyweight intellectual things that people were engaging in. I enjoyed some of the open space panels. I thought it was a really kind of interesting and different activity from what you typically see at ICA, with artists and academics coming together to think about things about space and communication and other kinds of activities related to art and life in Southeast Asia. So I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they've given generally positive feedback. Of course, I'm giving a very biased point of it because I'm involved in organizing these things. But they've given generally positive feedback. Some people say it's been the best conference they've attended last 10 years. Partly because we did it with style. So, for example, the food wasn't just food, but well presented. It wasn't stand. In the ICA it tends to be like standing room or sort of a semi-canteen style. Metal chairs, for example, but here you have nice cushioned seats, aircon, there was music, and also the way the dining room was set up, it encouraged a lot of interaction, and exactly what conferences are about. It's not just the papers, but also meeting people and interacting with people. So that part went very, very well.
Main one, I'd be involved. We have a Asian Communication Roundtable Forum that will be on Thursday afternoon. That's the one I'll be chairing, and we run a number of scholars from Asia, and this is going to talk about. Actually, the title is Weather, Asian Communication Research. So, what's the direction? What's the future? So, I expect this to be a pretty interesting and seminar session.
It's a huge conference. It's getting less and less possible to really understand what is the basic, concept. Like there are so many different centers or the focus of the conference, but it's going pretty well. And for me particularly, it's interesting because this group of people, we were working together a couple of years ago, so it's kind of personal also dimension involved in that experience.
I think it's a great school. I mean, I was lucky enough to basically visit it last year when I came to visit Singapore for the first time. And I was very impressed by the quality of the building, of course, but also the equipment. I was also quite impressed by the quality of the research done over there. And I was lucky enough to make a presentation when I was also invited in Singapore. And there was a very nice discussion, and I could see that the students were quite bright and very spirited. And it was a very nice experience all in all. So I think it's a great school.
If we could only do that, then technology could become the site of an event of truth, the site of what you call an unconcealment of being. And I will ask this question: is there a way to look at technology so that technology doesn't become the object of our reflection, but in a certain way a medium that tells us something about our present that we hadn't known before?
I think I get a bit different kind of experience in organizing and managing the conference, like the big, but with a big participation. I think so. I think around 1,000 people are now participating in this conference with thousands of papers. So I think it's a really very good job to manage this kind of big international conference, and moreover, I think this kind of opportunity make some sort of opportunity to create a network with different people and also know each other, what kind of new development is going on in media, communication or in journalism. I think this is an excellent subject to organize this kind of conference in the world.
I think that the conference has been terrific. It's been wonderfully organized. It's been inventive. It's been a real joy to be here and feel that things are so taken care of, that run so smoothly, and that are so thoughtful. And so I'm very grateful to all of you for the efforts that you've put in. I think the conference has been absolutely super.